All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Hibike Euphonium, Season 1, Episode 11. Rematch.
Yes, and I am really excited to have Kaori be given this opportunity to showcase her efforts that she's putting into this on stage. But we all know that Kosaka is going to take this one.
Is definitely going to take this one. I do believe that at the very least, though, Kaori will surprise them. Surprise some of them.
Yeah. And I also really would like it to be a thing where Kosaka just potentially like gets either to play first or second, like we talked about in the discussion, depending on which way it goes.
Change things up.
And I want I want Kaori basically to have a moment where she basically just tells people like, no, Kosaka should get this. In like no uncertain terms, I kind of want that to happen. Because while there were a small portion of people that like raised their hands with the whole thing of who, wasn't not happy with the audition results and stuff, there weren't that many people that were willing to raise their hand and stuff because of being the social awkwardness and stuff.
But that was also when Taki wasn't around too. So,
Yeah. But that's the thing. Taki wasn't around, meaning it's actually easier to raise their hands.
And
so in this case here, how political will things get if Kaori's friends are trying to mobilize everyone to go against Kosaka? Or will they not be able to do that much?
One of the other things I would love to see in this episode, if we end up getting into it, is the whole idea of what exactly was Kaori's dream. Because
we don't know that
I can't remember her name, whether it was Fuko or there's something like that. But, her friend, that's been trying to stand up for her.
Right.
It was a very impactful moment, clearly. Like the same kind of quick flashback stuff that we got for Kumiko with a very painful situation.
Right.
So what kind of, I want to see that scene played out,
Yeah, same.
But,
So
we're also going to get some good music.
Y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. It's interesting, just remembering that this is a KyoAni, production and stuff, and then, being like on the rise back now after that horrific tragedy. I'm so excited to watch Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Season 2.
I know, right? Here it comes.
Yeah, that drop. Oh my god. Yeah, I was gonna say that is not Kosaka.
Wow.
I'm starting to be able to tell a little bit more and more when it sounds good or when it sounds great.
Also, I love you.
Yeah.
Savor it while it lasts.
Yeah.
Wow.
塚本君、そこできるようになってくださいと先週から言っているはずです。はい。こんなところを何度もやっている時間はありません。
外行きましょう。夏だね。
サマー。
高坂さんも来るんじゃない？ご飯一緒に食べる？でもそういうの一応パートごとだし。
What's the point of that? Yeah.
But she loves Taki Sensei.
Yeah. Whoa.
どう思う？すごいいいと思います。綺麗だし音も大きいし、さらにふさわしいと思います。
Don't apologize.
Yep.
It's her bad for...
Life's not fair, though.
Nope.
God, yeah, that is just clearly better.
Yeah.
さっき香織先輩たちと食べたの。
Oh.
そっか。
Cool. I mean, I suppose trumpet section makes sense.
そうしようね。はい。いい人なんだね、香織先輩。
Yeah, she is.
だからちょっとやりにくい。
I'm going to be destroying her.
Well, yeah. There's zero chance. Oh!
前聞いた時も同じこと言ったよ。同じだから同じことを言うの。
Yeah, difference between good and great. Yeah.
それに 決めるのは私じゃないよ。
Oh, nice animation there.
Yeah.
Whew.
アスカはどっちが適任だと思う？うまい方がやるべきだと思うよ。
Wow, never seen avoiding this whole thing. Just
Yep, and then leaving.
yeah.
個人的にどう思ってるか、カさんがいいとか言ってないでしょ、そんなこと。それとも貴様、我が思考を読む能力者か。
She's so good at trying to diffuse this.
But she did just say then, you must be telepathic, because that's what I'm thinking.
Sure.
Wow.
明日はホールで
Okay.
本番を想定して
All right.
練習をしましょう。
Wow. Okay.
パー
Yeah.
トリーダーと学級運搬係は残ってください。
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still have a little bit of
お願いします。無視なんてしてないし、一年が勝手に言ってるだけじゃん。お願いします。
Oh, so this is her dream. This is the stuff from the previous year.
Yeah, well, she stood up.
Oh my god!
としてるなら
Wow!
ほっといて。
Oh,
I jumped too.
yeah.
言っとくけど、悲しむのは香織先輩なんだからね。分かってるよ。そんなこと。
Well, if anything, because she didn't pass the audition, that's probably how she'd know.
Yep, yep.
She wouldn't want to go through this.
オーディション落ちたメンバーで一曲できるようになっておけって。
Ooh, smart.
Ah, nice.
ほら
He's thinking about, you know, competition number 2. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
二人だけだし
Get them that head start.
そうだね。もう飛びきながだ。
Oh, gross.
no.
Oh. He's actually, like,
Yep.
constantly practicing here. Oh.
Well, yeah, because he has to do it like the next day.
Hey, his speed is better there, though. That was faster. She gonna, like, plead.
8時集合ですよ。どうしても香織先輩にソロを吹いてほしいの。だからお願い。
Not gonna happen. There's no way she's going to play worse.
いじめられたって言ってもらって構わない。
Honey,
そんな
honey.
ことしなくても、香織先輩は部の中で一番うまかった。
Whoa.
でも学年中でソロは全然練習もしてないような。
Oh, so this is a repeat.
Damn.
Wow.
やめようとしていた1年生を引き止めるためにコンクールメンバー自体までしようとして。
Oh.
Wow.
みんなやめちゃって。
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
そうね。関係
No,
ない
it's just it does feel really unfair
でも
because then
来年もある
yeah.
来年もある。香織先輩は最後なの。
Yeah, we
今年
get
が
it.
最後なの。
Stealth 100.
Right.
Oh. Oh, Kumiko.
So is this maybe Kumiko's turn to clap her cheeks?
Don't think I didn't hear that pun. You said clap her cheeks.
I did not mean that at all.
I'm now realizing that.
香織のところ行ってきたら
Oh, cool.
話したいと思ってるよ、きっと。
Yeah, you guys are good friends. Yeah,
And
don't
I'm the
make me...
president. I'm telling you to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Get lost.
ここを任せといていい？
Okay, then I'll do it. Fine, I'll do it
Okay.
myself.
Right,
you know.
right. Yeah.
ゆうかちゃんも行って。
Right. I need to put up a front when I'm around you, so
あ、何？
Oh. This sucks. You have to be a telepath to understand what she's thinking right now.
nope.
結婚式前の話。
Oh! Super nervous! Oh!
そうじゃなく、アスカは来ません。分かってる。
Wow.
どうしてそんなにこだわるのかなって。なんか見透かされてるような気がするんだよね。私が思
Wow.
ってること。アスカを驚かせたい。本物の私が行きたい。
Cool. Come on, Kumiko.
久美子、もし私が負けたら。嫌だ。
Oh.
嫌だ。
All right.
レーナは特別になるんでしょ。
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yep.
今私が勝ったら悪者になる。いいよ。その時は私も悪者になるから。ソロはレーナが吹くべきだって言ってやる。本当に？
That little...
Probably. Steps into the light. Cool.
そばにいてくれる。
You
裏切らない。もしも裏切ったら していい。
You can't just keep doing this.
だってこれは愛の告白だから。
Okay, Joe.
Yeah,
Wow, wow.
Just kiss already.
It's beautiful.
大丈夫。最初から負けるつもりなんて全くないから。
All right.
Okay.
Don't edge this out any longer.
Yeah,
Let's-
yeah, for
Let's
real.
hear it.
全員の拍手によって決めましょ
Oh, based on applause.
う。中瀬子さん。
Sounds
Good.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
ありがとうございました。
Yeah, you can already tell.
Whoa, yep, yep. Oh,
The way she
wow.
goes through the notes.
Seamlessly.
It hits different. It's enchanting.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh. Oh. Oof. That,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
ありがとうございました。
wow. Oh. That's
Uh-huh.
高坂さんがいいと思う人。
Yeah. Uh-huh.
wow. People are scared to vote basically here.
あなたがソロを吹きますか。
Whoa. Whoa. Putting the decision in her hands right here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Uh-huh. That's
Come on.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a. Oh, I have so much respect for her. Whoa.
Way to go.
Wow. Oh.
All right.
Oh, this is the
Okay.
best timeline. I feel
Yep.
so bad for her, but
Yep.
oh, my heart goes out to her.
Okay.
Wow. All those other students that
最後オーディ
didn't
ションは
clap.
Uh-huh. That was a great episode.
I'm really surprised though that Sapphire Midori didn't clap though.
I'm really surprised that Taki had it be based on applause, because that's still totally ambiguous.
Well, no.
That
You
was her
could count
pretense.
who was. You could count who was clapping basically.
Sure.
And to be fair, she got more like emphatic applause. Like not Cowrie
Oh,
did.
uh-huh.
Cowrie did.
Yeah.
So he put it to her. Will
Right.
you do it?
Well, right, but I guess it's...
But it
well,
was kind of a tie in how many people clapped, basically.
Yeah, I guess it's more of the thing that it's the... Like, I was expecting him to do something where, all right, now everyone votes and everyone has to vote, you know, for one or the other. But, yeah, but the way this went was fantastic.
Yeah, I think what he knew was that Kaori is such a good person that once she'd heard Kosaka play,
Yep. It would convince her. And because he also wants there to be unity within the unit
Right.
for the actual performance, because
Yep.
Kaori's still going to be playing in the piece, you know.
Yep. Okay, fantastic.
That was
episode.
awesome.
So
that
good.
was awesome. I
Oh,
love it. I love it.
A brilliant finale to this little mini
Oh, yeah.
conflict of drama here.
Yep. And
Yeah.
and I love how
Ugh.
So the outcome of Kosaka being the one to play the solo,
Was
we knew that
expected.
was going to happen, right?
Yep.
Like that had to happen. Like I would have been pissed if that didn't happen.
Yeah, but some of the ways that we got here.
But the way that we got here, oh man, that
was
was
a trip.
good.
That was a trip.
That was a treat. Like the whole bit, like with all the different interactions with like Asuka talking to Kaori and
Yeah.
Kaori being like trying to get her to say it, but then when it comes right down to it,
she knows what
she
Asuka's
actually
gonna say.
well, and she doesn't want to hear anything of the sort, right? And it's that was just really cool, like because it shows that basically Kaori has the maturity to basically understand where she's at, her own insecurities and things like that, and that no, she can accept the fact that she doesn't want Asuka to say it. She doesn't want to
Right.
hear that, even as a joke, right?
Yep.
And yeah, when it comes down to it, and she listens to both of their playing,
Oh, wow.
she can't in good conscience choose to play the solo because she knows Kosuka would be better at it, right?
Way better, yeah.
Even with what happened in the past, which, my God,
that's
that was
really cool,
that was
simple
so
way
awesome.
to bring it up. So we know about the incident in the past where all the first years basically quit because they were the ones
their efforts weren't appreciated.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the case, and everything being decided by seniority leads to that kind of a situation. So thus, this was something where her friend Yuko was trying to say, "Hey, that's how things were in the past.
So let's have it be unfair in our favor this time." Yeah,
right. So we deserve this. You suffered through last year because of that nonsense.
Yep.
So we can
demand this,
now,
right?
Right.
Yeah.
But no, because all of a sudden magic, trumpet player shows up with a professional as her father, all these things that make it totally unfair because she's ridiculously good at this.
Because of course she would be, yeah.
And thus then, now because things are being decided by merit and actual skill, then you don't get the part.
Even though
that
she's still really and like, she's just not the absolute best person in the ensemble because and I love that was brought up that she used to not just be the best like trumpet player, but she had the best chops of anyone in the ensemble as far as playing went, right?
Totally, yeah.
Now a new person that's the best in the ensemble comes along and they just so happen to be playing the same instrument. Lovely. Now of course trumpet it's a popular instrument, right? So it makes sense that it would be for that one, right? But that doesn't make it any hurt any less, right?
Exactly.
And and I love that while there was a lot of focus on the conflict within Kaori, most of it was actually on her friend.
Yes.
Right?
Yuko,
Yeah, Yuko, that's right. Yuko, not Fuko. And needing to come to terms with the idea of this is happening.
Right.
Right? This person that I care so much about is going through this painful experience, and you know what? I might actually be making it worse for them. But because I, in some ways, maybe selfishly, want to see them get that vindication because I also care about them so much, right? Their pain is my pain. Yeah. Their success is my success, right? Like, they feel the victories and the defeats. That they still do all of this stuff, right? Even when Nakagawa comes up and it's like, hey, this isn't helping. Right. Like, this isn't going to make it any easier for her. And she's like, well, how would you know? Well, I might not have the same past experiences and stuff, but the situation of being a third year, right, and not making it into the competition because it's not based on seniority now. Yeah, I wouldn't want to have to do this.
No.
And I love that Kaori ended up getting a win that she was able to have as a goal in mind. That wasn't about whether or not she would get the solo part.
Right.
Because she knew she wasn't going to get the solo parts. That wasn't the point.
Yeah.
I
am so glad things went the way they did because I was really wanting it to come down to her turning down the part.
Oh yeah, me too.
I thought it wouldn't even get to the clap though.
Oh,
like that. Well, they said they were going to vote,
right?
But like the clapping thing, I was like, this actually puts things way more potentially into Kaori's favor,
right?
And
because
it was
a shit ton of people just didn't vote.
Well, also because she's got the most impassioned person watching on her side. Kumiko might really want, Kosuka to win, but no,
and actually, people don't know Kosuka. Like she's the first year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, one of the things that I thought was really interesting here, when you're saying the people didn't really vote, the fact that what might have happened here, and this might be something that is a bit of a read that's maybe just completely wrong. But if Kaori's skill was actually moved up so much that the non-trumpet players couldn't convince themselves enough that the skill difference was big enough that Kosuka deserved it just 100%.
Have the confidence with that decision, yeah.
Right. That it was a thing of where they were like, well, okay, I'm not going to vote for her, but I'm going to wait for other people to do the voting for me so that I don't have to do it. And then all of a sudden, no one's voting for Kosuka because they're all thinking the same thing. And Kumiko leaps up and starts clapping.
Yep.
But I am genuinely astonished at this point that this was going on potentially in the minds of her friends, Kumiko's friends.
Oh,
Midori and Hazuki. Like Hazuki remembered that. Oh yeah, I want to support my friends. So yeah, I'll do that.
Well,
supporting Kumiko. But the fact that the other one, Sapphire Midori, she didn't clap. She didn't vote.
that's true.
I am actually astonished at that when so many of them had that whoa like thing there.
So I am totally with you on that. I do have another perspective on it too. And I think it was portrayed by Hazuki quite well. Is that
okay.
her being like, oh, remembering to clap, that could be, yes, because it's the I want to support Kumiko and Kosuka by extension, you know.
Right. I think that's kind of what it was, yeah.
But also that Kosuka's playing was so good
Right.
that it actually like cast a spell on them basically.
And
they were just like, whoa. And then it was like,
I think that's possible.
Right. And then no one was clapping because they had all kind of been entranced. And then it's the no one wants to do that first. And okay, this is basically just a game of politics more than actual like voting and stuff anyway. So I'm just gonna keep quiet.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I think that the fact when Kumiko goes to have lunch with Kosuka and Yuko is sitting there and like grabs her.
Yep.
I wonder how many other people she might have grabbed along the hallway and been like,
Yep.
who do you think it should be?
Right.
And they're like, I don't know. Like, yeah, exactly. You don't know.
Well, and the tough thing is that let's say like if I know this whole thing came about because Kaori, this is her last year, right?
Yeah.
But Yuko, you're kind of potentially you could be turning Kaori into a pariah within the school.
Yeah.
Because you're basically saying, hey, you're thought policing them basically on the if you think anything different, then I'm potentially coming for you,
Potentially.
right? Like,
but we don't have any proof of her doing that.
no,
Yeah.
we don't. Yeah, but it's just another one of those examples of when Nakagawa was like, hey, this isn't helping. I know it's well intentioned, but this isn't helping.
Yeah, and that is something that I believe was probably something she at least did once. I would be surprised if we're meant to take this as that she was so flustered about the whole thing that she didn't end up talking about this to anyone.
Maybe to put it this way, I'm pretty sure that it's because of her, not because of Kaori, that people didn't clap.
Oh, that's possible.
If it was
That's
just
really
if it was just
possible.
Kaori, she's level-headed, she's good-natured and stuff, and people know that while yes, she does really want this, she would be understanding, right? And while there would probably be some people that wouldn't clap just because it's the like still want even knowing that they decide not to clap, right? But with Yuko, oh yeah, like I don't doubt for a second that was one of the big reasons for it.
Yeah, there's another thing that's also potentially at play here is the idea that because so many of the first years quit from the previous year, a lot of the first years coming in this year are like, I don't want to get into this school and start off with a bad rep of any kind because I ended up, fueling some kind of divide
Weird
between
feud,
the third years and just the rest of the school. So there's that.
Yep.
But yeah, I am genuinely surprised how few people voted. And I liked that it came down to a thing of where you could kind of tell that Taki was going to ask her that question regardless of the whole thing there. Even if Kosuka actually got the most claps, I think he would have said, are you satisfied with the audition results? Who do you think should do it?
Yeah.
And then,
asking them for their votes as well, kind of a thing.
Right, basically a thing of saying, hey, before this gets into a divided ensemble, I would like you to kill that by looking at this objectively because I trust you to be able to determine via the music because not only are you the second best trumpet player.
Right, so you can appreciate the hard work that goes into it even though you're frustrated that
it's not leaning your way.
Right.
you're also a third year who has been around long enough to have, I would say, a little bit more emotional maturity than some of the other players.
And you weren't one of the people instigating. You were, in fact, trying to diffuse the rumors and the people saying to do this in the first place. So I know that you've got a good head on your shoulders. Like, this isn't a personal beef.
Yep. He's an adult. He's smart. He can understand kind of the way things should work. But he also was kind of blindsided by how emphatic some of the other members of the ensemble were about, hey, whoa.
Right.
This is, I guess, leftovers from last year's shenanigans that I wasn't really aware of was still a problem. So, okay, we've nipped this in the bud here.
Now the ensemble can continue.
Yeah, Kosaka is not going to be a villain.
Right.
Now, I liked that her and Kumiko had that discussion.
Yep,
because it was
absolutely.
impassioned. It was emotional. It was beautiful.
God damn it, just kiss already.
And we got, like...
That's, like...
We got a confession of love from Kumiko this time. Which is like, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
At least now it's clear where things in this, like,
dynamic within the show
of, like, you know, who loves who and who's obsessed with who is going where. And
are we on a fishing trip? Because there's some serious bait getting thrown around here. Like,
I feel like at this point it's the thing of where we understand that, yes, Kumiko is quite obsessed with Reina. And yes, McQueen. Like, just absolutely.
I don't think anyone could go through an episode 8 and not be like that.
Yeah, seriously.
Like,
but I like, though, that this is a thing that is common amongst the players here.
Oh.
We have Yuko, who's obsessed with Kaori. Kaori is obsessed with Asuka.
Okay.
Reina is obsessed with Taki. Kumiko is obsessed with Reina. Like, this goes all around and it's connected and stuff. And while they are not necessarily reciprocated feelings,
and the feelings
or what have
in detail can be different from person to person.
Exactly. This is something that builds strong bonds, though, for a team, an ensemble, a group, because while someone can have an ambition or goal within their skill, talent, or what have you, there is something that's really powerful about having someone alongside you who is like your shining star.
Yes.
That spurs you forward in ways where you don't need those feelings to be entirely reciprocated. And that's something that's rather special in a performing arts thing kind of dynamic like this, because this isn't really a sports team, but it has some of those connections to what kind of makes the dynamics of a sports team. And when I've had this instance there's a guy, well, two guys actually, where one of them is like a Olympic god, basically, with how his body was and just how he was able to move and everything. And he was like old, like way older than me and stuff in general. And when I would play Ultimate Frisbee with him, it was just kind of a thing of where I'm like, I will topple you. I will surpass you.
Right.
I'm like, you are the shining star here. And at any moment I can to basically like showcase that I can play at your level, which is very like, not often. Like, it's not often at all. It was a huge deal to kind of channel that energy to have them spur me on. And then there was another guy who was very much my peer, and we were about equal in like every area where it's like a ±5, you know, very similar. And it was a constant thing of where when he would get better, I'd be like, oh,
right, exactly.
I'm watching you, and I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna get better. And we just and now he's like way better than me. But it was a thing of where that obsession with like, oh, I'm focused on you. It was almost like a love thing where you'd just be, you'd see them move and you'd be like, oh, it's beautiful.
That's why
Look at the way they move. It's so good.
Definitely. And that's why I think the Rule 34 is so rampant with rivals in stories, right? Because it's the...
Well said.
It's
well
the,
said.
you know,
maybe
they just need to...
bang it out,
you know, and like, who knows,
so true,
right?
Though.
But
the
thing that was brought up in this episode that really surprised me in a good way, like I really appreciated that it was added in here, is Kaori talking about Asuka.
Yeah.
Because Asuka as a character, right? She is the most caricature probably of any of the characters in this show, right?
Yeah.
And it's very entertaining, right?
It is.
But that reminder of like, no. If you were to actually have someone that was like that and they were in your year, especially in this situation where there was all this past drama and things like that, and people applying themselves versus not applying themselves and all that drama. Of course, Asuka would become like this beacon, this shining paragon to aspire to, because she gives herself completely to this. Not sport, but to this performance, to being in this ensemble, right? And for someone like Kaori, who is definitely gives it her all, but is a lot more soft-spoken in a similar way, maybe to the president, right?
Sure, yeah.
Having that person that has the brash confidence,
right?
It's the you envy that, because of course you do, right? Kaori wishes that she could say to Asuka, yeah, tell me who you think's going to win. It won't bother me, right? Yeah. But deep down, she knows
it really does.
It would.
Yeah.
It would, right? And that kind of then that makes the understanding of where she's at in that regard so much more important, because it shows the maturity, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
But so that was something that I just really appreciated, and for something like music in particular, like something that's because like you mentioned, sports, right? And that's a very like technical, like immediately quantifiable kind of a thing, right? You can look at the two things and there's no contest, right? And in music, it's definitely a very
quantifiable.
It is definitely quantifiable with the you messed up this bit and that bit and whatnot. But I feel like because it's something that is also a means of emotional expression, even though you're working off of a script, you're working off of a set piece of music.
Okay.
That's something that can help in ways that is not always acknowledged, I feel like.
Yeah, and that might be dependent on the skill of the observer.
Right, yeah. Because when Kosuka ended up playing her piece, right? Like I was just on a technical level, I was very curious how this audition would go.
Right.
Because
how would they differentiate them?
How would you differentiate them to the audience who you can't expect to be able to differentiate between trumpet players, right? So how do you do it, right? And the way that, we could tell that Kaori was hitting all the notes and things like that, right?
Yeah.
But then when Kosuka came in, there was this there was
this flow.
There was this flow. There was way more emotion to it, right? She just sort of glided through them. And so that way we could know, okay, yeah.
That's what it sounds to be great. Yep.
Right. That's what it sounds like to be a truly great like trumpet player.
Yep.
Okay. Even though it's not like if you were to try and describe what Kosuka did that Kaori didn't, you could try and put it into words and things like that. But as far as the sheet music, that's probably kind of hard to communicate, you know?
Definitely.
So,
for a non-musical
especially
person.
for a non-musical person,
like
right? Yeah. So that I just I love that.
It was done really well.
It was done really well, and way to go, Kumiko, for giving that talk to her beforehand, because of course she'd get conflicted about that, because she wouldn't want to have the thing that is her passion that she loves so much become something where all of a sudden that turns her into a villain.
Right.
Like, no.
Yeah.
She wants to be able to say Hibike, right? Ring out and let my music fill the air and fill your ears, right? Isn't it amazing?
So here we go.
Yeah.
So, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
Yes, we stream every weekday. The info for it is in the description down below.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.